Good evening. My name is John Hybush, and I have the honor of being the Executive Director of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation. Welcome to the Reagan Library, and thank you for joining us tonight for this very special occasion. If you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our national anthem by Ali Borboa, a former member of our staff here at the Foundation and now part of the Warner Music Group team in Burbank. Ali?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Tonight, we celebrate the Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program, which honors and rewards top academic talent here in Ventura County. Now in its 13th year, the program has awarded $330,000 in college scholarships, and tonight we will award some truly deserving students $50,000 more. Recipients of tonight's awards demonstrate the leadership, character, communication skills, academic achievement, and commitment to Ventura County that would have made our 40th president quite proud. Ronald Reagan's leadership was legendary, and in being recognized tonight, all of you honor his legacy. At the Reagan Library, we are also celebrating another important legacy. This summer, the library will open a new exhibit. It will be entitled Treasures of the Walt Disney Archives. Now, the exhibit will feature more than 500 historic artifacts from nearly 9 decades of Disney history. In addition, the exhibition pays tribute to the long personal friendship and professional collaboration between Walt Disney and Ronald Reagan. Joining us tonight to shed some light on this special relationship and the qualities that made both President Reagan and Walt Disney a success is Dave Smith, the founder and former chief archivist of the Walt Disney Archives. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mr. Dave Smith. Dave? Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, John. You might ask, what makes a great leader? It's a combination of life experiences, the ability to work with people, and the genius in making the right decisions at the right time. Leadership is a critical management skill, often defined as the ability to motivate a group of people toward a common goal, to influence others to reach an objective. It used to be said that the most successful leaders were born leaders. But today, most people agree that good leaders are made, not born. Good leaders develop all through their lives, acquiring their abilities by hard work, continually learning and bringing their experiences to bear to improve their leadership skills in reaching common goals. I'm delighted to have been asked to speak tonight to the recipients of the Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program Awards. Each of you has already demonstrated that you have outstanding leadership skills. You have shown that you have the temperament and courage to make an impact on the world. Tonight, let's talk about two exemplary men who showed they had the courage, tenacity, intelligence, values, and character necessary to become prominent leaders: Ronald Reagan and Walt Disney. They had some similarities and some differences. Both were born in Illinois, learning the values of Middle America with its diversity of religion, culture, and social class. While Ronald Reagan received a college degree, Walt Disney learned from life. Disney only attended 1 year of high school, but if you ever met him, you would have thought you were talking to one of the most educated men you had ever met. That is because he was curious. He was always asking questions and remembering what he was told. Both Disney and Reagan served their country at a time of military conflict. Disney in the American Red Cross, Reagan in the U.S. Army. Walt Disney was preeminent in knowing what the public wanted in entertainment. Ronald Reagan made his greatest contributions in politics, but both were unwavering in standing up for the common man. Because of their upbringing, they learned basic human values and were able to use that knowledge to reach the top of their chosen professions. Ronald Reagan went to high school in Dixon, Illinois. At Dixon High School, he showed that he was already a leader, being elected as student body president. As he moved on to Eureka College, he again served as student body president. Later in his early life, he moved from being a radio broadcaster to making a name for himself as a film and television actor. But then he demonstrated leadership in a field that is not known for its leadership qualities by becoming president of the Screen Actors Guild. He would serve for 7 presidential terms. By the 1960s, he had moved into politics, coming to national prominence by making an impressive rallying speech in favor of Barry Goldwater's presidential candidacy, then serving as governor of California for 2 terms, before beating out an incumbent president, Jimmy Carter, to become a 2-term president himself. As the first conservative U.S. president in over half a century, Reagan worked for less federal government responsibility in solving social ills. He cut the federal budget, and he cut taxes, and he reduced restrictions on business. President Reagan was in the forefront of the war against the spread of communism throughout the world, branding the Soviet Union as an evil empire, and worked to bolster America's defenses by his financial support of the military establishment. At his re-election, Reagan was the oldest person ever elected to the office. Ronald Reagan once said, "A leader, once convinced a particular course of action is the right one, must have the determination to stick with it and be undaunted when the going gets rough." He realized that one needed the courage of his convictions. Walt Disney echoed those words of wisdom. He said, Courage is the main quality of leadership, no matter where it is exercised. Usually it implies some risk, especially in new undertakings. Courage is necessary to initiate something and keep it going. Like Ronald Reagan, Walt Disney was not born a leader, but he soon showed that he had the necessary qualities to lead. He started his first company to make animated cartoons in Kansas City when he was only 20 years old. Perhaps he had a little to learn when it came to leadership, because his fledgling company soon had to file for bankruptcy. But even amid such adversity, Walt Disney was not cowed by failure. He learned from it. Years later, he recalled, "I think it's important to have a good hard failure when you're young." Walt Disney left his failure behind him, moving to California and with his brother Roy starting a new company. Walt was willing to take chances. When he had a difficult time selling his first Mickey Mouse cartoon, he took the silent film and added sound to it. Steamboat Willie was the world's first fully synchronized sound cartoon. In some cases, Walt had to spend more money than others thought reasonable in order to succeed. He was the first to add full color to his cartoons, even though it cost much more to make color films than black and white films. And he invented an expensive camera that would add dimension to his films. With sound, color, and dimension, he was able to make the first full-length animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, a film that became for a while the highest-grossing motion picture of all time. Disney used the medium of film to bring an appreciation of classical music to a whole generation of young people with Fantasia. He pioneered popular nature documentaries beginning in the late 1940s, winning an amazing 8 Oscars for his True Life Adventures, a series that consisted of only 13 films. Besides Walt Disney, no other film producer had won as many as 8 Academy Awards, and he went on to win a total of 32, which is the record. Walt Disney started out as an animator, but he soon realized that he could hire other artists who could animate a lot better than he could. His talents were the best in coming up with interesting stories and lovable characters for his films. He succeeded in bringing together others who could do the actual artwork. In the motion picture industry, this equates to serving as director and producer. One needs to be aware when it is necessary to be a follower, but also when it is necessary to step up and become a leader. In thinking back on his contributions, Walt Disney said, "I think if there's any part I've played, the vital part is coordinating the talents of my staff, encouraging those talents, and carrying them down a certain line. It's like pulling together a big orchestra. They're all individually very talented. I have an organization of people who are really specialists. You can't match them anywhere in the world for what they can do. But they all need to be pulled together, and that's my job." When the 1950s came along, there was the birth of a new medium called television. The other movie producers in Hollywood were afraid of television, thinking it would take away from their box office receipts. So, like the proverbial ostrich, they stuck their heads in the sand. But Walt Disney saw that he could use television to help promote his films. So he became a leader in television production. Not only did he have a weekly television series, but he made one of the nation's most popular children's programs of all time, the Mickey Mouse Club. Walt Disney's weekly evening anthology show went on for 29 straight seasons, setting a record for a primetime series. Perhaps one of the greatest examples of Walt Disney's leadership came when he decided he wanted to build an amusement park. His advisors were aghast. Even his wife told him, "Why do you want to build an amusement park? They're so dirty." But Walt Disney knew his park would be different. He had witnessed the amusement parks of his day with his 2 young daughters. But he found himself sitting on a bench, eating peanuts or popcorn, and watching them ride the merry-go-round. They were having all the fun. He wasn't having any fun at all. Walt meant his park to be a place that was clean, had friendly, clean-cut employees, was safe, and above all, where parents and their children could go together and they could all have fun. As it would turn out, Disneyland proved to be just that. Within 7 weeks, attendance reached 1 million people. Disneyland set a standard, and every entertainment facility built from then on has borrowed on Walt's ideas. In fact, the term amusement park no longer applied to what Walt Disney had created. Some called it a theme park, but really it was unique, a Disneyland. Ronald Reagan and Walt Disney were close friends and ardent supporters of each other's projects and professional efforts. When Disney was ready to open Disneyland, a young Ronald Reagan was called upon to be one of the MCs for the grand opening television special. A decade later, after Disney's passing at the relatively young age of 65, recently elected Governor Reagan wrote about him in a letter to the Postmaster General recommending that a postage stamp be issued in his honor. We are lucky to have the original draft of that letter in the Walt Disney Archives, and it will be part of the upcoming Disney exhibit here. Reagan writes, "I hesitate to even mention California's pride in his vast accomplishments for fear of detracting from his true image as a world-renowned and world-beloved figure. There is no necessity for me to itemize his contributions to humanity. They can be summed up by simply saying that because of him, the world is a richer, better place." So, as all of you graduate from high school and move on to higher education and successful careers that today you can only barely imagine, remember back to Ronald Reagan and Walt Disney. From their humble beginnings, they suffered many trials and tribulations, yet eventually they would become great leaders. Both today are among the most recognized Americans of all time. Leadership is important. You have proved that you have it. Now go out into the world and prove that you can make a difference. It's your turn to make the magic.
Thanks, Dave. To continue with our program, I'm pleased to introduce an alumnus of the Reagan administration who was President Reagan's chief of staff during the last 10 years of his life. Today, she serves as the Chief Administrative Officer of the Reagan Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Joanne Drake. This is where you speak.
Good evening. As we celebrate the legacy of President Reagan, we know that if he were here today, he would be looking toward the future, not the past, and he would be looking with the utmost optimism and confidence in our country. Based on your qualifications for the Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program, we agree that the days ahead will in fact be bright. We are thrilled that more than 140 exceptional high school seniors applied to the 2012 Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program. Tonight's presentation of awards would not have been possible without the efforts of our Scholarship Selection Committee. The library's representatives include Melissa Giller, Jim Johnson, Tony Penne, Ren Powell, and Janet Tran. In addition, we are pleased that the following community representatives who served on our selection committee were able to join us this evening. Please stand to be recognized. Debbie Gregory, Virginia Hankins, Jake Jacobs, and Mayor Pro Tem of Simi Valley, Barbara Williamson. To give you a sense of the level of talent recognized by the Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program, I would like to introduce a short video showcasing our 2011 recipients.
For more than a decade, the Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program has awarded scholarship money to outstanding high school seniors from Ventura County, California. This program honors the life and legacy of President Ronald Reagan by providing financial assistance to exceptional young leaders.
As a member of the Simi Valley Youth Council, I advise the City Council on youth-related issues. Within that, I've held various positions, like I was Speaker Pro Tempore and Constitutional Convention Speaker.
I like to combine two of my passions, which are traveling and volunteering together. I traveled to China to teach English to impoverished elementary school students.
I've been involved with Boy Scouts for over 11 years, from Tiger Cubs up till Eagle Scout now.
I've been in Boy Scouts since first grade when I was a Tiger Cub, and I got my Eagle Scout in 2008.
I won $5,000 tonight, and it's really important to me that it was under Ronald Reagan's name, because he to me means a connection between people around the world, as in breaking down the walls in the Cold War and throughout the world. So I feel like by bearing his name, then I'm able to represent that as well.
President Reagan excelled in a number of areas during his career as a student. Not only was he elected student body president at Eureka College, but he played football, was a member of the swim team, and was an award-winning actor as well. As a lifeguard during his summer vacations, Ronald Reagan saved 77 swimmers. So when we look through the many applications we receive, we're not just looking for students with great grades and high SAT scores. We're looking for students who, like President Reagan, were well-rounded, students who are outstanding leaders, students who have remarkable character, students who are great communicators, and students who have demonstrated a commitment to making their community, Ventura County, a better place. The Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program awards up to $50,000 annually. Awards typically range from $2,500 to $7,000. If you think you have what it takes to be a Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholar, visit us on the web at www.reaganfoundation.org/scholarships.
Aren't those scholars amazing? And tonight we're pleased to be joined by 3 of our 2011 scholars, as well as 1 of our 2010 scholars. Please stand to be recognized. Ryan Matter, Ryan Fleming, Pam Chang, and Cheyenne Summers. And they will be joining us for dinner, so please try and find them and you can hear their stories. We are so proud of all of you. I also have a senior graduating this year, so parents, I know where you are right now. Looking at all of you in the audience, it occurs to me that thousands of other Reagan Presidential Foundation scholars have sat where you sit tonight. Bright, young leaders driven to advance themselves, their families, and especially their communities. Scholars, tonight we celebrate your accomplishments. Before we recognize you, however, I would like to acknowledge the family, friends, teachers, and school administrators who have encouraged and supported you throughout your education. Parents, high school principals, and guests, please remain in your seats while we recognize you. Students, I'd like you all to stand and give these extraordinary people a standing ovation for the endless support that they have given you these last 18 years. Their efforts to make this day a reality for you, our scholars, cannot be underestimated. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you our 2012 Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars. I have one small favor to ask of all of the scholars before you come up on the stage. Please take the sticker off of your lapel, stick it to the back of your program. Your parents will thank me later when they see the photographs. I will read the names of our scholars alphabetically by school. Students, when I call the name of your school, please come quickly to the side of the stage on my right, your left, and line up in alphabetical order. We will start with the applicants from Adolfo Camarillo High School. So you should be moving to that side of the stage if you're from Adolfo Camarillo High School right now. Applicants from Buena High School, Century Academy, Channel Islands High School, and El Camino High School may also begin lining up over here. As I announce your name, please walk on the stage on this side to receive a small gift for participating in our scholarship program. Parents, we do have a professional photographer here, but you are welcome to come closer to the stage as your child is presented with their gift by Mr. Highbush. Just don't step on any toes. Every student will also receive a Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholars Program Certificate of Distinction, which you can pick up during or after dinner. I would also ask that you just be respectful of each of our scholars and remain quiet while they are recognized. Applause is always welcome. This is someplace we encourage it. So ladies and gentlemen, our 2012 scholars from Adolfo Camarillo High School, Jean-Luc Chama, Monica Chowdhury, Megan Friedlander, Caitlin Fung, James Gatchell, Bronte Hopkins, and Carlos Rodriguez. Will the applicants from Foothill High School, Grace Brethren High School, the high school at Moore Park College, and Hillcrest Christian School please line up side stage? And now from Buena High School, Brett Anderson, Megan Cooper, Kyle Hahn, Ashley Selvey, and Alexis Wilson. From Century Academy, Mitch Krems. This is practice for graduation if you hadn't caught on already. From Channel Islands High School, Christian Lambaran Sanchez. Elimaida Reyes. From El Camino High School, Jeremy Brooks. And Taylor Dennis. Will the applicants from Lorena High School and Moore Park High School please line up side stage? From Foothill Technology High School, Lujane Alsala, Henry Ashworth, Eric Birdsall, Kimberly Coverly, Benjamin Gill, Sydney Hansen, Trevor Kirby, Kevin Coons, Taylor Rios, John Sheehy, and Nan Shung. From Grace Brethren High School, Sean Madigan and Kyle Reynolds. From the high school at Moore Park College, Amanda Baker and Tanner Marr. From Hillcrest Christian School, Tyler Hartwig. Will the applicants from Newberry Park High School and Nordhoff High School please line up? And now from Lorena High School, Haley Barab, Steffi Chen, Lauren Hearn, Rajika Jindani, Bailey Martz, Elizabeth Oviedo, Caitlin Reeves, Kelly Reinke, and Cariana Zabaglo. From Moore Park High School, Ryan Baer, Nicole Blitzstein, Sarah Bobart, Clara Chen, Dylan Kurt, Hannah Deverich, Lindsay Footit, Trafina Gaddis, Ashley Letson, and Nicole Restmeyer. Will the applicants from Oak Park High School and Oaks Christian School please line up? And now from Newberry Park High School, we have Victoria Benson, Jaskireth Batia, Christina Bornhoft, Casey Cannon, Jacob Kolhap, Nicholas Lamia, Sophia Lee, Dominic Lovello, Jackson Looper, Christopher Murphy, Sneha Paranandi, Rachel Russell, and Sanjay Siddhanti. From Nordhoff High School, Emily Hall, Amanda Landis, Emily Mikhalik, Nicholas Perkins, and Tanner Plott. Will the applicants from Oxnard High School, Pacifica High School, Rio Mesa, and Royal High School please line up? From Oak Park High School, we have Vincent Bellingeri, Brandon Kamhai, Lisa Danzik, Adam Fisher, Sam Hirsch, Lauren Mendoza, Anish Puri, Isabella Saya, Carly Silliman, and Michelle Smolarski. From Oaks Christian High School, we have Jamie Allison and Rachel Burrow. From Oxnard High School, Nicholas Amerio and Neil Goletta. Will the applicants from Santa Susana High School, Simi Valley High School, St. Bonaventure, and Thatcher School please line up? From Pacifica High School, we have Dominique Dillon and Diana Tobar. From Rio Mesa High School, Alec Branch and Louis Pinedo. From Royal High School, Danielle DePhillips, Megan Dudley, Samantha Goodnow, Sophie Matu, Ashley McCoy, Caitlin Moyer, Jackie Salgado, Sarah Tapp, and David Tran. Will the applicants from Thousand Oaks High School please line up? Now from Santa Susana High School, we have Rachel Goldman, Karen Hong, and Wesley Tang. Will the applicants from Trinity Pacific Christian School and Ventura High School line up? Now from Simi Valley High School, we have Sonia Apinyavat. From St. Bonaventure High School, we have Josh Baida, Troy Herrera Rice, Jordan Parvex, and Christopher Ray. From the Thatcher School this year, we have Paige Bowie. Will our applicants from Westlake High School and our homeschooled honorees please line up? From Thousand Oaks High School, we have Garen Alexander, Carmen Ayala, Quentin Gurman, Jared Goldberg, Sasha Casper, Kelly Madden, Lindsay Marsh, Ashton Padberg, Hannah Porter, Sean Quant, Sumed Shah, Rebecca Solomon, Elizabeth Vargas, Spencer Whitworth, and Elizabeth Zingerman. From Trinity Pacific Christian School, we have Christine Rowe. From Ventura High School, Rebecca Bernard, Samantha David, Kristen Lopez, Jason Montague, Kelly Moran, and Lauren Rayburn. And now from Westlake High School, Lisa Battaglia, Gabrielle Block, Stephanie Karanika, Ashley Chang, Aaron Demsetz, Rohail Hamid, Isabel Lee, Alan Lee, Alexandra Ojder, Zachariah Schellabarger, Jada Webster, Melissa Weiner, Kevin Yin, Dashel Youngsaver. And finally, join me in congratulating our homeschooled applicant, Lindsay Twigg. Congratulations to each of you. And now I'll pass the microphone back to John, who will reveal this year's scholarship winners. John?
Oh. Got it. Thanks, Joanne. Among all the scholars you just saw, tonight we are privileged to award 12 with scholarships totaling $50,000 to help them pursue their college education. Our first awards are for those students receiving a $2,500 Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholarship. So when I call your name, if you please come up to the stage and shake my hand again. Now, our first recipient is musically talented and globally minded. Noted for her leadership and accomplishments, she balances her academic work with her passions for service. Most specifically, music, mock trial, and fundraising that has benefited international charities. One teacher notes that it is rare to come across a student with her maturity, dedication, integrity, and intellectual ability. This recipient will study international relations at the University of Southern California in the fall. Please welcome to the stage Newbury Park High School's Sneha Pirandi. We'll take the picture.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Thanks. Congratulations to you. Our next scholarship recipient for $2,000 is a student who juggles a rigorous academic schedule with a vast array of extracurricular activities and service. She is consistently described as being mature, loyal, willing to serve. Her teacher sums it up in noting that this candidate has been nothing short of outstanding due to her total dedication to every aspect of her life. This applicant is from Royal High School and plans to study international relations at Brigham Young in the fall. Please join me in congratulating Jackie Salgado. Congratulations, Jackie. Thank you. Well done. Here for you. Thanks. A lover of literacy, this next $2,000 recipient has an innate ability to lead. She has founded and led numerous programs to foster literacy in her community, including presenting a bilingual story time series at the local library. This student athlete challenges herself academically and serves as a peer mentor and tutor for other students. She is an excellent communicator with compassion for those around her. With plans to attend the University of Pennsylvania in the fall, please welcome to the stage Westlake High School's Jada Webster. Congratulations, Jada. Well done. Well done. Sure. Our next awards are for those students receiving a $3,000 Reagan Presidential Foundation Scholarship. So when I call your name, please come up. Becoming an active member of her community started early for this next recipient. Today, she continues to balance academics and community service with a lot of energy and passion. Her demanding course load includes 2 foreign languages and 11 units of community college coursework. Outside the classroom, this candidate galvanizes support for her service and citizenship in the community. Her counselor calls her the gem of the school, shining as a leader on campus. From Moorpark High School and destined for success as a biology major at Stanford University in the fall, please congratulate Clara Chen. Claire, congratulations to you. Great, congratulations. Now, I don't suggest you do this, but if I'd won one of these awards, I would take my time. Lots of applause. Leading by example is this next $3,000 recipient's strength. With a strong work ethic and clear morals, she is described as a humble but confident leader dedicated to making the lives of others better. She is a scholar athlete whose compassion leads her to serve a number of organizations on and off campus. She's a motivated, dedicated, has conviction and character that drive all of her decisions. From Royal High School, with plans to study business at the University of Pennsylvania in the fall, please welcome Samantha Goodnow. Congratulations, Samantha. Well done. Well done, sure. This next $3,000 scholarship recipient is a well-rounded scholar and servant who, as one recommender put it, radiates enthusiasm and life. Under her influence, community engagement at her school has increased dramatically. In addition to academics, she committed extensive service hours both at home and abroad. In the words of her counselor, she is conscientious, bright, intuitive, capable, and a friend to her peers. Her studies in human science at Georgetown University, my alma mater, in the fall will prepare her for a career in medicine. From Lorena High School, please welcome Rajika Jindani. Congratulations, Rajika. Sure. Here we go. Gifted academically, this next $3,000 scholarship recipient is considered a servant leader by his counselor. One of his teachers notes his exceptional combination of intelligence, motivation, and individuality. A Boy Scout, he's well-liked and respected by both teachers and fellow students. Despite family tragedy, this candidate's leadership starts at home and extends to genuine compassion for his peers and community. Also, with his sights set on medicine, this Thousand Oaks High School graduate will study biology at Northwestern University in the fall. Please join me in congratulating Sumed Shah. Oh, that's what, okay. I'll fix that, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, Sumed reminded me that while Northwestern University wanted him, it's actually the University of Miami. Our next awards are for those students receiving a $4,000 scholarship. When I call your name, please come to the stage. Well, when this next recipient sees a void or an opportunity, she makes it her mission to identify a solution. As a founder, leader, and volunteer for organizations at school and in the community, she is driven to make a difference. Her stellar academic record is matched by her community service. Her interest in medicine marries nicely with one of her volunteer roles, where she not only serves the patients she meets, but she gains practical experience well beyond her years. One of her teachers sums it up by saying, she's got it all. In the fall, this candidate will study physiology at UCLA. From Adolfo Camarillo High School, please welcome Caitlin Fung. Well done, sure. Excellent. Sure. Advocacy is personal for this next $4,000 scholarship recipient. She has taken her own health challenges and used them to drive her community service and to set her on a future career path. At her young age, she has already served as a source of inspiration for others, spending countless hours speaking to community groups and individuals about overcoming challenges and reaching your goals. In the fall, this Oak Park High School student will head east to study biology at George Washington University. Congratulations to Michelle Smolarski. Congratulations, Michelle. Good job. Congratulations. Our next award is for a $5,000 scholarship. At his young age, the recipient has already proven to be a civic leader. His communication skills and strong work ethic make him a natural leader at school and in the community. He is a scholar, an athlete, and an Eagle Scout. As one of his recommenders notes, apart from his intelligence, attitude, and eagerness to take on new challenges, what is impressive about this candidate is his clear understanding of the value of commitment and eagerness to let others learn from his experience. From Newbury Park High School and off to study political science and government at Georgetown University in the fall, this recipient is Jacob Kolhep. Now, I know you think Jacob looks a little old to be a high school student.
I'm his father. He's at the youth commission, his last meeting, and he couldn't be here, so.
He is at the City of Thousand Oaks Youth Commission, where he's giving awards, but his dad, Robert, is here, so congratulations to you. Yeah. Please tell Mark congratulations. Okay. Our next award is an $8,000 scholarship plus an additional $500 grant for the teacher of the recipient's choice. Science and art are not generally compatible interests, but our next recipient's passion for both is evident in her extracurricular activities and leadership. She balances the activities with a demanding course load, athletics, and volunteerism. Her counselor sums it up when describing her as a dynamic and strong leader whose ambition and dedication will serve her well in the future. Her leadership of future medical professionals at Westlake High School demonstrates her passion for biochemistry, which she will study at the University of Southern California this fall. Please join me in congratulating Ashley Chang. Well done. Congratulations, Ashley. Sure. Well done.
Thank you.
So now it is my great honor to announce this evening's top recipient. This winner will receive a $10,000 scholarship plus an additional $500 grant for the teacher of the recipient's choice. This person combines leadership and service to build a network of committed volunteers and a culture of citizenship and volunteerism. As president of the Interact Club, she cultivated a spirit of service that will be sustained in the community for years to come. Her leadership is described as humble and modest, which is precisely the combination that made President Reagan so successful. Academically driven, she is particularly strong in science and math, which will prepare her for her future studies in biology. Please join me in congratulating our next recipient, the editor-in-chief of the Panther Prowler at Newbury Park High School, who plans to attend Harvard University in the fall, Sophia Lee. She is way in the back. Well done. Well done.
I'm going to Berkeley.
Oh, it wasn't. Did you have Harvard as a choice?
No, I don't know why it's there.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
It's okay. Okay. Well, it's the Harvard of the West Coast she's going to. She's going to Berkeley. Let us give all of our scholars one more round of applause. Each of you are part of an elite group of future leaders, and we salute all of you. Before we have dinner and allow you to enjoy it downstairs, I just have a few housekeeping items, and they're important. First, we hope you've enjoyed your time here at the library this evening and that you visit us again to discover Ronald Reagan's service to his country. As such, we're pleased to present each scholar recognized tonight with a one-year complimentary student membership and our Friends of the Reagan Foundation membership program. Immediately after our program, we'd like to request that all the 2012 scholars join us in front of the mural for a photograph. The sooner we can all gather, the sooner you can enjoy your dinner. During dinner, if the recipients of our scholarship awards would take turns on stage sharing some of your thoughts on camera, we would love to highlight your accomplishments for future years. You and your guests may now also continue to tour Air Force One if you've not yet done so. Finally, before you leave this evening, please make sure you stop by the table right there in the back by the stairway to pick up your certificate of distinction and an additional gift. Thank you again for joining us. Scholars, please join us in front of the mural now. After the group photograph, please enjoy your dinner downstairs. Thank you all so much for coming.